inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing? How are we doing tonight? Hopefully we're having a good night. I thought it was Friday, so I mean, there's that. Good thing I didn't come on here and say that. That wouldn't have been very good. That would not have been very nice. People would have been like, oh, it's Friday. But it's not. It's Thursday. Unfortunately it is. But welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. If you're new to this channel and you're like, who is this person I'm watching? My name is Tanya, and this is channel Titanium Built, and this is where we discuss true crime cases and we do deep dives and all the things. So if you're into all that stuff, make sure you subscribe, like for engagement, all of those things, comment below, everything. And we'll go ahead and we'll get started. I've been feeling like I've had an eyelash over here since before this live. I don't know what's going on. And I saw, Ladybug, your comment that you said that your son's name. Well, that's what I used to tell my mom I wanted to name my son if I ever had a little boy. Shit you not, Ladybug. So that's so crazy that that's your son's name, because that's not a common name. You actually reminded me that I wanted to, you reminded me. Hey, Catherine. Hey, hola, baby girl. Bless you. I don't know if you heard this. He sneezed. Hey, Kaleida Hope. I love that name. Hey, Kitsy Cats. How you doing? They Citizen Sleuth. Crystal's in here. Ashley's in here. Driving home, but listening. I thought she was going to say I'm home, but unfortunately not home. Crystal's from Newton, West Virginia. Hey, Casey. Hey, Tony. Is it Mooski? Mooski girl? I like that name if it is. Mooski. That's cute. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, Tony. I don't know if I said hi to you. I think I did. Hey, Sam. It's been a little while, I feel like. It's been a few days since we saw you. Where are you? I curled my hair and everything while I was over there. I was just chit-chatting. I was chit-chatting about everything. Hey, Gag Attack Mom. If you guys aren't following me on TikTok, you should. I do put out videos over there. And sometimes I don't put them over here. Sometimes I do. I'll just like put the same video over on YouTube. But sometimes I go live over there and it'll be spur of the moment. And they don't save. I have to figure out how to save the lives. I have to get better at them. Hey, Don. I thought it was Friday for 3 days. Look at that. Good thing. That's what Vincent said today. He's like, I'm off on, because I was like, oh, you're off. Like, you know, I was like, you got the weekend off now. He's like, no. And I was like, what? It's not Friday. And then he's like, no, but I'm off Monday. And I'm like, what is it? President's Day or something? I really genuinely didn't know. I think President's Day is coming up. Maybe it's in February. Who wanted chili and potatoes from Wendy's? Well, you know what? I was gonna say I didn't have the potatoes. I knew you were. Vincent has been on a kick. He wanted a baked potato from Wendy's. We never go there, but every time we do go there, they never have his baked potatoes. So I knew you were going to say that. It's not just there. It's not just there. I said I was going to make a Facebook page just for this town and put all like every bad like all the bad like restaurants on there. Don't go on my list. Like it'll be like, you know, I won't say my name or nothing, but you will not want to be on the list. And thanks, Sam. Well, it was unsubscribing people there for a while. Just so you know, I would never unsubscribe you guys. I can't do that anyway. Hey, Blazer. But yeah, it's been doing that to Ashley for like forever. Yeah, Martin Luther King Day. I didn't know. When is President's Day? Look at this. Monday, February 16th. It's next month. Okay. I don't know. It's a federal holiday still? Okay. It's still a federal holiday. I'm just looking. Oh, that sounds good. Well, you guys are doing some fun stuff. Okay, well, we'll get started. Thanks for being here again. If you guys don't mind, like I said, hit the like button, all the things. I'll put the chat here on the side there if you guys want to read it. If that's easier for you to do, then read the chat on the screen. Now I have a bunch of tabs open because I did an update and I went ahead and I pinned them, and then we're just going to go through them because I pinned them and I didn't put them in any particular order. I don't think I kind of wanted to though. So we'll see what we got. Okay. So there's been some talk, I guess, that I didn't get to watch this yet. So I actually waited to watch it with you guys. I started watching it last night and then I was like, no, I'll watch it with you guys. So apparently Spencer and Monique's family members are kind of coming forward, and some of their friends actually just came out and did an interview as well. And they're not really holding back a whole lot about Michael McKee at this point. I understand that they like had to be quiet, and I'm like so grateful that they were able to be so poised and so, just have grace about them and not say his name, because if I don't know if I could have kept my mouth shut. I mean, they did a good job. So, well, there we go. Fever free. But yeah, they just knew they had to do that in order for them to get the suspect, and they sure did. So we'll go through some things. Now, I was over there on this True Crime Mama's channel on her Facebook, and everything that she is saying is matching up with stuff that like other people were saying that are like bigger creators that are on the platform. So I think that her source is pretty, I'm going to say pretty credible. I'm just going to say that. She does have a pretty big following. I don't know her personally, but we have been reading some of her posts on Facebook. So we're just going to take it with a grain of salt. Most of the stuff we might know, so a lot of the stuff we don't know. I never heard of it. You guys have. You guys may have, but I haven't. And she covers a lot of different like cases. She does like so many cases. So it's not just one. So I will read some of the stuff that she put out because it's kind of insanity actually. And what's this? Okay. We'll go through that too. And then I have, okay. All righty. I still have the picture of his bathroom up here. Oh, and they did take the pictures down from Redfin. So they had the pictures of 1411 4th Street from the victim's home. They had it on Redfin. And I don't know when they did it, but they did it just recently. They took the pictures down. So I screenshotted as much as I could because the pictures were coming down as I was like screenshotting that, like with my computer here, my laptop. So I'll go through and edit them a little bit, and then that way we can see them if we need to. But yeah, they did take them down. It's probably because it was a house that someone, was murdered in, I would assume. And I forgot to look, actually. I wanted to see if the price went down anymore, because I swear when we first looked at it, it said like 803,000 or something like that. And then it's gone down. 683,000 now. It went down even more. That's crazy. I'm going to take a screen. Oopsie. A screen grab of that just so we can remember, So next time if we go look, we'll know. Okay. That's crazy. Hey, Justice Jane, thank you for hitting it. Thanks for hitting the like button. Everybody get your butt over there and hit that like button for me, please. Please and thank you. Also, we're going to learn a little bit about ballistics today, because Jennifer Coffendorfer's out there talking about stuff that she doesn't. Was she really in the FBI? I mean, I know there's pictures and stuff, but I mean, that's all I'm going to say. Okay, so I'm trying to see where we're at. We'll go through the Facebook stuff first. So I don't know how far. I was down to yesterday, and I think before that we read. So let me double check though. She does a lot of cases. So I think she had done some stuff before, but I think we had read it. Yeah. So that was like January 13th. We could have actually read January 13th. Let's just do that. Because that was yesterday, wasn't it? Or that was 2 days ago. Let's see. Oh, it's just about him getting arrested. Okay. Let's go back up. I'm sorry if I'm making y'all dizzy. I hate when people scroll. Like when I'm watching their lives, they're just like up and down. So this isn't it. Sorry. That was her thank you. Maybe this is the one. This is the press recap, which I have one of my own. Okay, so yeah, this is one of the first ones. And you'll notice if you watched Ashley Banfield's episode today, she's been doing one once a day. If you listen to the one today, some of this stuff is in it. So I don't know if this is Ashley's source, if Ashley's like coming to this Facebook page like I'm right now and showing you guys, and she's just using it as her source or what. Like, because I mean, that could be it. Ashley, or not Ashley Banfield, Nancy Gray said she met Chris McDonough by snooping on YouTube trying to find Idaho 4 content. She told on herself one time. So now I feel like they all do that. I don't trust anybody. Hey, Princess, welcome in. Okay. And thanks again for being here. And if you're just now joining us, my name is Tanya. This is Titanium Built. Thank you for being here. We are going to be talking about the murders of Monique and Spencer Tempe tonight. We're going to go through this Facebook group. This lady's been getting some inside information from a source, and her source is saying the same information that's like Ashley Banfield's source is kind of saying. So we're going to take it with a grain of salt, but we're going to read through it. So she asks, why was Dr. Michael McKee arrested by the ATF? Don't know. According to a source who spoke to me on the condition of anonymity, Dr. Michael McKee was arrested at the Bureau of Alcohol, or by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives after allegedly providing false information on a required federal firearm purchase form. That's not good. What kind of false information, I wonder? The source says McKee is accused of lying about his residence/address when completing the ATF paperwork while purchasing a gun in Las Vegas. Anybody purchase a weapon in Las Vegas? I wonder how easy that is to do. Is that like just walking down the, you know what I mean? Like down by the slot machines to the left, or are they pretty strict, or I wonder how strict they are out there in Vegas about stuff like that. So he bought it in Vegas trying to be smooth. Come on. The information provided was reportedly known by McKee to be false at the time it was submitted. He does have a ton of addresses, actually. I was looking through his background check today, and I was like, dang, this dude's got a lot of addresses for like his age and everything. So now I wish I would have had that up. I mean, I could grab it. So it says this allegation aligns with information that surfaced yesterday regarding a Las Vegas medical malpractice lawsuit. Court records show McKee was never successfully served because the addresses and phone numbers he provided were later determined to be invalid. And that's very much true. He did the same thing, when he was younger, and he got a speeding ticket and a seatbelt violation. He didn't want to be told no, or he was bad or whatever. So he ran from that too and had a bench warrant. Like, he doesn't want to show up for court. If they let him out on bond, if they ever did, they won't. But if they did, he's running as fast as he can get that ankle monitor off. Like, I wouldn't trust him to throw. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. And look how big the dude is. Couldn't get him off the ground. So it says, as for the murder charges, the ATF would not make an arrest for homicide unless federal jurisdiction applied. Well, yeah, I mean, he crossed state lines to commit murder. So, or the case involved a specific federal crime tied to the killings, i.e., he crossed state lines to commit murder. And he planned the murder, so maybe they got him on other occasions there. maybe he wasn't so careful with the front doorbell camera or, the cameras in the neighborhood on the, when he went there prior. Kind of like, they said like Koberger wasn't supposedly aware of the cameras, which, you can say whatever about that. I do not know whether he will face charges related to this allegation or not. I have also included more photos of McKee from his younger years. Okay, now that's a cute kid. Look at his little teddy bear. That's sad. Love mom and dad. He's so mean looking. We saw this one yesterday. I showed you that. It was like a different picture. I do have some more pictures of him too. We can look through. He's selling some lemonade. How old is he? He's like, looks like he's like 14. I'm sorry. And lemonade, yeah. Who spelled lemonade? Well, got to start somewhere. Okay, there's more. I mean, that mug. I'm not like... Yeah, he was adopted. Yeah, and he stopped talking to his parents, Citizen. I think when he went off to college, when he went to Ohio State, he just stopped talking to them. And I'm wondering, and I do have his dating profile picture too, that she has it on here. I think maybe, I don't know, maybe he felt like his parents were strict. And so when he went off to college, he kind of just like cut ties with them. But I mean, that's just, why would you do that? Like, especially in college. He wasn't that bad. Nope. He was a good looking guy. I mean, and like his little dating profile pictures, you just would never, he doesn't look like this guy. They always look like a killer after they kill someone. That's the truth. She says diabolical. Okay. So, a source tells me that Mike McKee worked on December 29th. Okay. And had a cot reserved at the hospital to spend the night that evening. The evening before / morning of the Tempe murders, which happened in the early morning hours of December 30th. Okay. So he worked like night shift, maybe. He was going to sleep there. And then maybe he was working in the morning again. I'm just assuming that, right? I'm assuming so. Goes to work, works till late at night, has to be in the first thing in the morning instead of driving all the way home, hour and 15 minutes. I'm just saying if I'm him, right? Hour and 15 minutes home, I would, get a cot. It says the source stated that he left his cell phone in the cot room that night, and then allegedly left the hospital, drove to Columbus and murdered Spencer and Monique before driving back to the hospital. 14 hours round trip. I did double check that. It's a little over 14 hours, but you could do it in 14. And clocking in at 11 a.m. on December 30th. Now, I wonder if that's his 11 a.m. or our 11 a.m. because it would be a different time in Chicago. I don't know about, I'm assuming in Rockford as well. According to the source, federal authorities contacted the hospital on 1/8 and 1/9 to get information on his whereabouts, etc. The source tells me that on 1/8, when the hospital was contacted, McKee was in surgery operating on a patient. Business as usual. That coincides with the relative who told me that their family member had a 10-hour surgery performed by McKee on 1/8. 10 hours? What were you doing for 10 hours? I mean, I've had a 10-hour surgery, but there's multiple surgeons in there. That's insanity, 10 hours. Has anyone had a 10-hour surgery? That's craziness. Hey, against all logic. Maybe that's what it is, Kitsy Cats, when he smiles, yeah. I don't know. I don't like his mug. So he was then arrested on Saturday, January 10th at the Chick-fil-A. Wonder if he got to eat. I do my best to vet sources information before sharing, but all this information is alleged. Well, we've heard the Chick-fil-A thing for a while. I just haven't said it myself because I didn't know for sure if that's where he was or not. McKee has been charged with 2 counts of aggravated premeditated murder. Authorities firmly believe they have the correct person charged, but all suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And I'll be there to watch him get sentenced in a court of law. I bet you he takes a plea. Okay, so here's his dating profile. Sender says it's from December 2022. Unsure why the age is 32 since he's now 39 and the math doesn't math, she said so. And then a lot of people said, well, maybe he was lying about his age. Maybe. But remember when Koberger got arrested and we saw the stuff in his apartment, he had all those signs where it had like the numbers and letters on it. It looked like VIN numbers or like a license plate number or something on it. Someone was saying those were to verify I guess it's just verifying who you are. It's not verifying your age. So never mind. He would just need that verification to show who, like, that his face matches with the person in the profile. I guess they don't check the age. But women lie about their age all the time too, you know? So you got him here. He's got Mike with the little turtle. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, I'm not going to ask. Looks like his backpack maybe from when he was a kid. Then there's him there. This looks like he's with some doctors. Maybe he has a medical mask on, so he might have been a while ago. There he is with facial hair in Oklahoma. So sorry, Oklahoma. About me. Lucky to have work I find meaningful and increased free time for new things. Currently trying hot yoga. Way less flexible than I recall. Ask if Peru is in, if they have a Peru in there, maybe, I'm so mean. Planning trip itineraries to finally make use of global entry and hopped on an electric motorcycle. Haven't died yet. That's kind of unfortunate because of the situation. These are his likes, his interest. Graduate degree, socially drinks. Look at this. Like, it's probably going to be the perfect one. Like, oh, I just have a drink every once in a while. And then he's a drunk, you find out. So I'm just kidding. I'm not saying him, but, people like him. Socially, he never smokes and he wants kids someday. I don't know. That's kind of big to put on your profile. His interests are art, design, basketball, football, and skiing. Okay. Someone said it now he can't act killing. That's so sad. Oh, I think that's all of them. Okay. Yeah. I guess these were the pictures that were on there. These are all, he looks different in every single one of these pictures, though. I'd be like, are you catfishing me? Which one are you? Like, look at this one, right? And then we got this one. I think he looks different here in this one and in this one. I don't know. He just looks like his body is built different. And then this one, he looks like he just has facial. He looks like younger maybe here. I don't know. I think that was all she had. Yeah. But isn't that something else? And murder, guns. I don't know. That's a good question. Done. Yeah, I don't know if he ever met his birth parents. I don't think he did. I personally couldn't imagine. Being adopted, just for the fact that I would want to know who my parents were. I would be that person. I would be like, love y'all, but where'd I come from? I would have interest in wanting to know that. I don't know if he did though. So there's some things that have come out. Her So Monique's and Spencer's brother-in-law, he's not no longer, saying like, we don't know who it is. He's like, no, it's probably who they're saying it is. So Anjanette Levy, I fast forwarded a little bit because I don't usually play long crime anymore. I haven't played them in a long time. But she got this interview with him, so I wanted to play like the interview portion of it. Does she like skip him at all? No. Okay, so we'll play the interview portion. I haven't watched it yet because I've been waiting. That's exactly what happened. You just wanted to know who you were. Yeah, see, Ashley, I'd want to know too. Like, I don't. But then again, if I got my parents, no, I'd still want to know. Because especially when you get older, you don't, health wise and like things like that. I mean, especially if I was and especially if I was a surgeon, maybe, right? You might want to know, like, but there's all kinds of tests to like, test you for things like what you're more acceptable to get. Like they have like health tests and stuff. He never said why he stopped talking to them. I heard somewhere that they were a little strict, but that's all I heard. But I don't think any more strict than, a regular parent. But he did graduate like 5th in his class and stuff. I mean, he's smart. I mean, whatever prison he goes to, oh my gosh. I hope they send him to Lucasville. That'd be top notch.
In this double homicide, the Teppes were loved by so many. So I want to bring in Rob Misla. He is the brother-in-law of Spencer and Monique Teppe. Rob, first of all, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. How are you and the family doing right now?
I think the past 2 days were bittersweet, but also probably the hardest days that we've experienced, especially on Monday with the burial service, just kind of saying the final goodbyes was something that none of us ever imagined we'd experience. So trying to go back to work and live a normal life again is something that's impossible. Number one. Number two, just, there's just like a lot of grief takes a long time. So
I know you all just had the funerals for Monique and Spencer. That had to just be so difficult. I mean, you all should just be looking forward to the rest of all of your lives together. And I know I saw on Facebook that you were putting a video together for the service.
Yeah, I mean, I was assisting with kind of the photo slideshow. I'm going to put something else more heartfelt, I guess, together soon, just to honor them. But yeah, I mean, everybody in the family had some role to fill. There was maybe, I think there was more than 1,000 people there.
Wow.
Which the funeral home said it was the largest they'd ever seen. I think that's
more than 1,000 people. Wow. And that was that was friends and family.
That's a big testament to who Monique and Spencer were and how impactful they were.
On Saturday, when you guys got the news that they had made the arrest, what were your feelings and the family's feelings?
It obviously doesn't bring them back. It doesn't reverse this entire situation. But to feel just some little bit of relief, it felt like some of the weight was lifted, especially the timing of it going with the funeral the next day. It's step one in the entire process, but at the same time, he's not convicted yet. So we're steadfast in making sure that all of these stones are unturned and that he's he doesn't walk free again. So
were you surprised that the arrest was made?
No. I had no idea about the timing or, who the investigators had as suspects, but I can just say that very early on, speaking for at least the Tepe side of the family, that we were pretty sure who did this.
And why was the Tepe side of the family so certain that he was the primary suspect, that he was going to be the person that law enforcement arrested and charged?
And also, where's Monique's family? I'm just curious. I'm wondering if she's like originally from here. I know that she has like a very different last name. I don't even know where she's from. I wish I did. Wish I knew that much about her, actually, to know where she's from. Does anyone know where Monique's from? But I'm just wondering because the Tempe side of the family has been talking a lot. You know what I mean? And I'm just wondering if maybe they're just like taking a seat back, like, hey, you guys got this. We're good. We don't want to be in the spotlight. Or if they can't, like if they don't, I don't know if they, if they're from here. I worry about that. I hope that I hope they're doing okay. I really hope they're doing okay.
And again, yeah, I'm just trying to speak for the Tepe side of the family because, Monique's side had obviously a different relationship with her. They've known her since she was born. For us, we met Monique in 2018 when Spencer first introduced her to us. But we were fairly certain because of just what Monique had told us stories wise of her. She never called him by name. She would just call him her ex-husband, and just how much of a monster he was, to be honest, emotionally abusive and threatening. And, she did everything she could to extricate herself from that situation. And, met Spencer and lived a very happy life. But I can't speak for Monique, but I know that it changed her as a person, and perhaps it was always in the back of her mind. I don't know.
Had she ever spoken?
Wait, hold on. What? Can we listen to that again? Changed her as a person?
But met Spencer and lived a very happy life. But I can't speak for Monique, but I know that it changed her as a person, and perhaps it was always in the back of her mind. I don't know.
Like, I wonder what changed. I mean, maybe, you can always make a person better, I guess, I just wonder what changed. What's that mean?
Had she ever spoken to you about it, or Spencer, or did you just hear about a lot of this after the fact?
No, we were aware. She wasn't shy about talking about it.
Westerville.
And how it had impacted her kind of mentally just as a person going forward. So we had all heard stories and had talked to her deeply about these situations, but at the same time, we were all thinking this is something in the past. And Monique is clearly happy right now and has a family and is with the person that she loves. So while we were aware of it, we were also more awestruck by the couple themselves and how much they were in love. So
did Spencer and Monique ever voice concerns to you, or did Monique voice concerns that she thought this guy just was going to show back up, or that he wasn't letting go of the past?
I would say that she was always worried about him. But at the same time, we never thought that it seemed like a direct threat. And she never mentioned, like, of recent, at least to me, that that he'd been in contact with her or anything. So that's all I can say, I guess.
Mm-hmm. From the moment that this happened, it sounds.
I would think personally, if if something was happening, like if she knew like she was being followed or she was being watched or anything was going on, I think she would have, I don't know what happened. I just did something. I think that she would have immediately told Spencer, at least. They have 2 children together, and she always has her children with her. She is a stay-at-home mom. So if somebody's following her or doing something, you know what I mean? Like something like that, I think she would definitely tell her husband. But if Spencer didn't tell anybody, then it could have just stayed in that home. You know what I mean? That could have been just like something that they talked about between each other, never knowing, you know, or thinking that something like this would happen, right? She may have thought like, if he comes, he'll come after me. But she, you know, I think that if he was emotionally abusive, if she was brave enough to tell people, like multiple people, that he was emotionally abusive, she might have just kept the rest in her pocket, you know, the physical part, if there was any physical part.
The guy, did the family obviously say to law enforcement, to the detectives, that you've got to go talk to this guy?
Yeah.
Actually, let me go back. I think I might have went a little bit too
And
far.
like of recent, at least to me,
Did I go far?
she loves. So while we were aware of it, we were also more awestruck by the couple themselves and how much they were in love. So
did Spencer and Monique ever voice concerns to you, or did Monique voice concerns that she thought this guy just was going to show back up, or that he wasn't letting go of the past?
I would say that she was always worried about him. But at the same time, we never thought that it seemed like a direct threat. And she never mentioned, like of recent, at least to me, that, you know, that he'd been in contact with her or anything. So, yeah, that's all I can say, I guess.
From the moment that this happened, it sounded like, from what I'm hearing from you, that you all thought immediately that this was Dr. McKee, that this was the guy. Did the family obviously say to law enforcement, to the detectives, that you've got to go talk to this guy?
Yeah, absolutely. And not just the family. I know friends, former coworkers of Monique, a lot of people were aware. And she wasn't, something that I really loved about Monique is she wasn't shy about talking about these experiences. I think kind of as just maybe a therapy. But yeah, I think I can't imagine how many tips they got that were leading to him.
Wow. You can see in the paperwork, they were married for like 7 months, and then the paperwork's not filed for over, it sounds like, a year. So was this like him just trying to get back with her, or do you know anything about that?
I mean, yeah, that would be my suspicion. For her to, you know, you can see in the court documents, just give up the house and not fight for it. It was very obvious that she had to get away from him. And it seems as
well, yeah. I mean, I think she went to a domestic violence shelter. That's what it says on the freaking paper, or that's what it says in the documents. He got the house and she went there.
So he was
at
not,
least as a last resort.
He didn't believe that. He didn't.
Who cut this person's hair right here behind him? I'm sorry.
Understand why, I guess. I can't, again, I've never spoken to this person, and I hope I never do speak to him. But I think it just shows a lot that she didn't mind giving up any kind of equity in anything just to be removed from him entirely.
We saw your wedding video,
and everyone was like, it was an amicable, you know, divorce. It's like, well, she's kind of letting him have the house and everything. But I don't even know, did she move down to Virginia after they got married? Because he bought the house and then they got married in Franklin County. He was living in Virginia, goes to Franklin County to get married. Why? That's my question. Why?
and it was
I mean, you split from your family, dude, like when you were in college. So don't say it's because of family unless it's her family. But why couldn't her family travel down to there, like to Virginia? Like, you know, a new place. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
of Spencer and Monique, and it was very beautiful, very intimate inside their home. I mean, they looked so happy and joyful, and everybody was just so
flowers
happy,
were
and she just
gorgeous.
radiated joy. You know, that's like the best way I can describe it when I look at her. Obviously, I didn't know her. I want you to tell me about Monique and Spencer. Your feelings about them, your thoughts about them, what you want people to know about them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that the wedding video can be kind of proof of what their love was like. But they were also way more than that.
Look at the
They were just
dog.
good people. They were active in the community. They were popular neighbors, like, and the amount of people that I've met through them who have just become my friends. They were really kind of the center of this orbit, the nucleus, I guess, of so many people. And beyond that, they were obviously amazing parents. And you can see you can see them in both of their children, good or bad. They both were, they were different, but they were also the same. They balanced each other out really well, I think. You know, they were just fun people to be around, and kind of lit up the room whenever they walked in.
Yeah,
I guarantee they did. I really do. 1,000 people showing up for your funeral. It's a lot of people that care, you know? It's a lot of people that care. We also watched, if you guys didn't see it, I thought about putting it out on video, like maybe tomorrow. We watched Spencer's Big Brother video that he did. You know, was it Big Brothers, Big Sisters? You know what I mean? Yeah. He was one of those. So his little did like a video, and they're in it together. It's from like 4 years ago, and it's on YouTube. It's really cute. It's a really cute video.
You know, Spencer, he was a dentist. And I know that Monique was a stay-at-home mom. I'm sure she was just devoted to the children every day. What was Spencer like?
Spencer was equal parts goofball, class clown, athletic jock, and just brilliant dork, I guess, for lack of a better term. You really can't pigeonhole him, because he kind of existed outside of the bounds of what like a stereotype would be, I guess. I mean, he was the life of the party, but also just one of the most responsible people that I'd ever met. And it just showed, like, the amount of friends that showed up to mourn his loss was just it was incredible, to be honest. And the amount of friends that I have through him, I think really speaks to how both of them just created this bond between people. They never compartmentalized friend groups. They just brought people together.
How is the Tepe side of the family doing? I mean, your wife, she was Spencer's sister. I mean, how are they coping right now?
You know, everyone's been incredibly strong, while, you know, the waves of grief kind of come and shift as they do. My wife specifically gave just an incredible speech at the funeral that had people both in absolute tears of laughter and in tears of sorrow. I think she put it perfectly described who Spencer was, not only as a brother, but as a person.
You know, Robin, the statement that the family put out the other day, it talked about wanting, you know, to see this, you know, full accountability. What does that mean for the family?
Means whatever sentence the judge chooses on all of these counts that he's going to be charged on, because we feel very confident that he is guilty. He is the one that did this, and that justice will prevail. And again, we have so much confidence in not only the Columbus Police Department, but the investigators and all police that were involved.
Rob Misla told
he had to have been burrowing up them stairs. I mean, he's a big dude. He's wide. Like, how did you get so big, dude? I mean, like, that is not from working out. Just going to say that. I think that was all of the interview. Oh, wait. No, there's more.
me around the time that detectives believed that Spencer and Monique were murdered, his wife, who is Spencer's sister, she awoke. And he believes that was a sign of sorts that something was wrong.
That happened.
So the night that this happened, I was up late in our basement, and I was editing a video, and it was around 3:30, 4 a.m. right in that time frame that investigators had said they think this occurred. And I can hear upstairs my wife, who was dead asleep, kind of get up and shuffle around very quickly. And then I heard her walk over to where our fridge is and get some water, and then go back to bed, and don't think anything of it. And the next day I asked what was that? She said, I just got this horrible pain in my stomach, like I had to throw up. And she also didn't think anything of it until she got that same pain when we first got the call. So I truly believe that, between siblings like that, they were that close and they had that sort of connection. And she could physically feel it. So
that's so sad.
Gosh. Well, our hearts go out to your entire family. Rob Misla, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time and sharing your thoughts and your memories of Monique and Spencer with us. And we'll be following this and keeping you in our prayers.
For having me.
Yeah. Michael,
he did do a couple interviews this day. I think this was just last night it came out. I think it was right after our live, maybe. What's this? Oh, wow. I didn't know that. It's like, okay, it was Reddit. Okay, I thought it was someone else like texting me that. I was like, what? Okay, just something about OSU, but it's nothing. So, yeah, right, done. Like, I'm wondering though, was he like, I mean, was he all, sunshines and unicorns before the wedding, and then afterwards, he's like, I got her. And then he began to be mean. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's usually always a progression with people. Like, maybe she saw signs, but she just ignored them. She thought, just he'll be better. But it's sad because he did not get any better, and she deserved the life that she had with Spencer before she even knew this guy. You know what I mean? Like, I wish she wouldn't even met that guy. I did want to look at something real quick just to see if, what's that? Right here. Interesting that someone is wiping real estate records on the Tempe home. This is from January 9th. All photos of the actual home have been removed on both Zillow and Redfin. Yeah, I didn't even know they were on Zillow. Realtor still has them, but I'm betting they'll disappear soon. I guess I should pull up Realtor and see if they have them still. Like, I guess they're just trying to take the house off the market right now, which I guess I can understand. Let's see if it's up. What did that happen? I don't see it. North 4th, right? Columbus. It's not letting me put the address in. Oh, what is his location? Oh no, I'll look into this. I'll figure it out. I'll figure that out in a little bit. Yeah, because he was going to med school and she was going to college. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, I mean, I wonder, maybe he wasn't controlling when they were just dating, and then once they got married, shit hit the fan. That's usually, I mean, unfortunately, what happens, they get you in there. Or even before, like, if they were just dating, she could have just, it'll get better, I don't know. Some people don't realize how bad it is until, they're too far into it. And then she did try to leave. And then it was like, I guess, it was probably hard for her to leave because that is weird that there was such a long time before, like when they separated until they actually got divorced. It was like a year. They separated on March 3rd or March 2nd, 2016, and they divorced in June of 2017. And they were married in August of 2015, separated by March, divorced by June 2017, sorry. So, and welcome in everybody. Yeah, until they don't, right? Chester's mom. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And here he is, in the flesh. So, I wanted to see, I think there was some more pictures, but I don't know if I showed you them all. I might have showed you these ones. And I wanted to show you this video. So we'll do the video first. Actually, we'll go over this and then we'll go over the video because this will just get us kind of like just a repeat of what we watched, just so if anyone's coming in, they're like, what's going on? We'll be able to tell you in this article. Basically, the family of the Ohio couple gunned down in their home said that the alleged killer, Michael McKee, would torment ex-wife Monique during their short marriage before he allegedly broke into her house and murdered her and her second husband, a dentist. She just had to get away from him. Monique's brother, Rob Misla, told ABC News, Good Morning America, he did, of Dr. Michael McKee on Wednesday as police revealed they believe they found the murder weapon at the vascular surgeon Illinois home. Well, as at his property. Now, who keeps the damn murder weapon? That's got to be the dumbest. I mean, that's going to be like, is this guy going to be one of the dumbest criminals we've had on this channel? Are there Google searches out there, Michael McKee? I pray there are. I bet you there are. They're probably on his work computer. They're going to get those work computers, Michael. He might be book smart, but I don't think he's common sense smart. Obviously. Misla said, he was going to be the first one they looked at. He was her ex-boyfriend, ex-husband. And he's like, oh, I'm cool. I'm over here in Illinois. They won't even come look for me. I'm a surgeon. They wouldn't dare. No, they will. They'll come in the operating room. Misla said McKee was emotionally abusive to Monique during their brief marriage, which lasted from 2015 to 2017 before they divorced, citing incompatibility according to divorce documents. What does that really mean when you say that? Like, does it mean like just what it means? But okay. In divorce law, incompatible refers to a person's inability to understand the nature and consequences of legal proceedings. What? Make rational decisions or manage their personal and financial affairs due to a mental or physical condition. I don't know. I think that they're talking about like incompetence to do something. Yeah, they're not really saying it. They asked if you're mentally incompetent. I thought maybe it would give us a better like a broader, than that. Hey, Stardust. Well, no, he didn't have a home. He had an apartment. So it was in his apartment. Like, I can show you. Oh, wait, look, I got his toilet right here. Don't ask me, okay? Don't ask me why I got this close up of his toilet, but that's what you're going to see. And I'm going to have to go out because for some reason his toilet doesn't have a toilet seat. We're here to judge. We're going to go backwards, I guess, and go forwards. Because I don't want, just in case these are deleted or something now too. But this is his view. He looks at this other apartment beside him right here. See it? This one looks at the apartment. There's the bathroom. 400,000, I don't know. Chicago downtown, maybe so. And then there's another bedroom that looks at the apartments. There's a hallway. There's a bathroom. This one has a gray toilet. Very weird. I would want all my toilets to match. And I'd want a toilet seat on my other toilet. Could I get a toilet seat? I don't know. The kitchen's pretty nice. And then this is like the living room, I believe, or the master bedroom, maybe. I'm not sure. This glass right here, you can see that if you look into the glass, this looks at the apartments also. So I don't know where Banfield is getting this Michigan view of the lake. I don't see the view. Maybe it's somewhere else. Yeah, no. Definitely not. And then that's the building. And then we'll go back. That's on top of the building. That's like the rooftop. That's the rooftop. That's the rooftop pool. Our nosy neighbor that met him. They were grilling together, pulling together that one day. There's the grills. Look at that. We found the grills, everybody. Told you I said 2. There's 3 girls. That's why that's what it was. Just like I said, he was over there cooking his hot dogs, right? And then she was waiting with her plate of hot dogs because all 3 girls were probably being taken up because it was summer and that's how they met. She was probably like, "What's your name?" And then she didn't even remember it when he got arrested. So maybe this is a view from maybe they're poking their head out and around the corner. They could be doing that right here, hanging their head out the window. But there's the toilet again with no toilet seat. What the hell is up with this bathroom? Why is this bathroom not remodeled, but everything else is? I don't ask. I'm not even going to ask questions anymore. But yeah, that's his humble abode. Pretty nice, compared to where he's staying now, when he gets to Franklin County anyway, he's going to be crying. I still cannot believe this guy's still in the air. Still can't believe it. But anyways, he is. Oh, look, there's the Columbus right behind him. So, okay, I'm going to play this video. I think this is the video, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I think this is the video that has her friends in it. Yeah, it does. Okay. So this video has a couple of Monique's friends that come and talk about her. So I thought it would be just a little bit of a difference. And then we'll talk about what was said in the press conference yesterday.
Close friend of Spencer and Monique Tepe, who says she knew from the beginning who would be arrested in the couple's deaths.
Spencer and Monique Tepe were found shot to death in their Wineland Park home on December 30th. Their 2 children were inside at the time, but were not physically harmed. Police say there were no signs of forced entry.
Monique's ex-husband, Michael McKee, is accused of killing the couple. In a story you'll see only on 10 TV, friends tell Lacey Crisp why they suspected McKee from the start. Lacey.
Well, Gina Spinelli tells me this house is the place where
So the friends are even saying it.
memories were made, and now it's a nightmare.
If you knew Monique, you knew this was what happened to her.
Gina Spinelli has been friends with Spencer and Monique Tepe for years and says Mo's smile would light up a room. She explained Mo felt grateful for having Spencer after such a hard first marriage to Michael McKee.
She never called it. I didn't even know his name. She never said Michael. She said my ex. She said he was bad. She said abusive. I don't think I ever got the impression that she was afraid of him. I got the impression that she hated him and that she knew things were bad there. And I don't think it ever fully left her mind. I don't think anyone thought that this was going to happen. I also don't think that she ever thought he would leave her alone for the rest of her life.
Columbus police said there weren't any reports filed
He
regarding
said,
him.
what? She said she never thought he would leave her alone the rest of her life.
I don't think anyone thought that this was going to happen. I also don't think that she ever thought he would leave her alone for the rest of her life.
To me, that says that there was communication recent. If she was saying, even if it was, let's say it was 2 years ago, she said it. I think by now she'd probably circle back around and be like to her friend, hey, he finally left me alone. It's amazing. But apparently he wasn't. He didn't leave her alone. I don't think he left her alone. I don't think he left her alone at all. Now, I don't know if he was calling her or if he was leaving something. But I feel like she would tell Spencer, but maybe Spencer wouldn't tell anybody, right? Like maybe it was just something that they just kept between them because they're married and they just talked about it between themselves. But I'm just thinking, how would he do it without being seen by the kids at the same time? Because I feel like he wouldn't want the kids to see him. And it said on his dating profile, he wanted to have kids someday. I mean, I'm telling you, the matter he got every year that they were together and every child was born, he probably was just getting seeded.
But police said there weren't.
And then the house is gorgeous. I'm sorry, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful home. It's near their parents, both of their parents. They both have good relationships with their families. It looks like.
Any reports filed regarding abuse or a request for a restraining order.
Also, sorry, I keep bringing this up and I keep pausing, but did they just not have their Simply Safe alarm on that night? Or did they stop using it altogether and they just stopped paying the bill, but they left the sign out front to deter people, or I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if the house came with Simply Safe as a feature, if they the realtor is like, if you buy the house, I'll throw in Simply Safe for a year for free. You know what I mean? Something like that. I'm wondering. And the only door that doesn't have one of those key locks is this French door right here.
Against McKee. When Spinelli got the call with the devastating news that two of her dear friends had been killed inside their home, she only thought of one person. The person police arrested Saturday and charged Sunday with premeditated murder.
Do you have any idea why now, after all of these years, that he's accused of doing this heinous act?
I think it's just because everything that everything you see the wedding video, everything that people see is who they really were. And they were so perfect and they were so wonderful. And I think he couldn't live with it. I think he could not fathom her happiness. And she was so happy.
Wonder if this jackass, right? Wonder if this probably wasn't his first time going to their house, right? Probably not. He does know the area. He went to Ohio State, so he would know the area. But what if he drove by there before? Those windows are huge in their home, and they didn't have curtains and stuff on the side. Those side windows, they have these huge side windows. And if you're throwing a party, you may see a bunch of people through those windows. Maybe he was doing a little spying, looking here, looking there a little bit. I wouldn't put it past him. I would think that he probably, went there. Oh yeah, he knows how to get there. He's from the area. So yeah, he definitely knows how to get home. This would be like just driving home to him. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be a big like thing, other than he was coming here this time to murder people. I wanted to see if there was anything new on here. I don't think there is. I think we saw all the pictures. Thank you guys for being here. If you don't mind, will you just hit the like button for me? It really helps. I was going to see if there's anything that we missed. Okay, so this we saw, it just says Michael McKee is a senior and ranked 5th in his class with a 3.9 GPA. He is a commended National Merit Scholar, Biology Student of the Year, and member of the National Honor Society. Other honors and awards he's won include placing in the top 25 in Ohio University's American History Contest and special mention All-Ohio in football. He is active in student council, Key Club, and is an altar server. Yeah, altar boy at the St. Nicholas Parish Catholic. McKee also plays football, spending 3 years on the varsity team, and enjoys golf, hunting, and fishing. First time we've seen anywhere that he's like hunting and fishing. I was wondering about that actually today. Hey, Chosen. I forgot that I wrote that down actually in my notes because I want to know, and we'll have to go over this in a live, how good of a shot you'd have to be. Unless they're stippling, unless it's contact wound, it's a direct wound. How good of a shot would you have to be to shoot somebody like that? Like he shot them in the head. He shot Spencer in the head, Monique in the chest. Those are 2 places that are going to kill someone most of the time, right? Center mass, head. So I'm wondering, maybe it's his hunting from that. He got the skills from hunting. I mean, he was holding, look at all this stuff that he's done. I would say he could probably be a pretty damn good hunter too. McKee plans on pursuing a pre-med major in college and aspires to become a surgeon one day. He is the son of James and Mary McKee. I think this is him number, 24? Looks pissed off there too. Look at this guy beside him, number 2. He just looks so happy. They're like, don't smile, and he just smiles. Okay, now I don't know which one he is here. Is that him, number 59? I don't know. Hell, I don't know. I think 59, maybe. I'm not really sure. That's football. He graduated a year after me. Oh, that he had a hunting license? Oh, yeah. Probably. All through her side. I hope that was instant. Hey, Mandy. Yeah, Kentucky Lucky. I think that yeah. He could afford a young wife and endless vacations. What a loser, right? Just throw your whole life away for somebody that didn't want you. Like you had to kill her. Like seriously, okay, let's just think about that for a minute. Let's think about that, Michael. Let's use that 3.9 grade point average of yours, okay? Okay. If you kill her, did you think she was going to resurrect and then be like, I want to go back with you? Because you're killing her. So there's no possible way you guys can get back together then. I mean, it's like, it was literally, if I can't have you, nobody can have you. And that's really sick. And it makes you feel really bad for Monique and for Spencer. Because they literally were just living their life being in love. I mean, being in love's a sin. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna go over here too and look after we're done with this. I'm gonna have to look up and find that one, realtors. For some reason, I can't type it in. I'll have to go to the map or something. I'll go to the map. So I was looking into NIDBIN, which is NIBIN, the system that they put bullet casings, bullets in order to try to get a match to a weapon. Now, when I first heard about NIDBIN, I assume with this, when they first said they used NIDBIN, the chief, Elaine Bryant, she said that they used it and it linked the casings to the gun, pretty much. Like NIDBIN matched it up. Well, Jennifer Coffendorfer, my eye roll, is going around saying that he must have a friend that did something bad, and that's how the gun got into NIDBIN. No. They just put the gun in there and they put the bullet casing in there, and that's how they can match it to the gun. They take a fired shot and then they take one from the crime scene. So they take one shell casing from the crime scene, they test fire the bullet, they take that casing, they match them, and then they match them to the gun. And they put it all through NIDBIN when they did it. That way it's in there for they used it as like a resource or whatever. But she was saying that like this guy must have a friend of a friend. I'm like, I don't think there's any friend that helped him get the gun. I think he got the gun on his own. I don't think he even probably has much friends. They probably all stayed with Monique when they got divorced. But I think that, I think the malpractice cases might have just been like the straw that broke the camel's back in a way. Like he was going to probably lose his job. Yeah, double copy. Yeah, they'll look into all that too, like the trajectory, and they can even use like mannequins or something of like that nature, and they will put like rods through them to see which trajectory the bullet went. Because sometimes the bullet will ricochet off an object, and they can get the bullet trajectory that way. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah, she doesn't realize. I don't know. Dawn, she'd be crazy. I'm like, they got the weapon. They're good. It's just like when you put in the DNA into CODIS or whatever. No, not CODIS. That's for fingerprints. Like you put DNA in the system and then it comes back and it'll tell you or I'm trying to think of the case, like Rachel Morin, they put the DNA in, they had DNA and DNA, but they didn't have like the weapon or the person. I'm sorry. In that case, they just had the DNA from both of the crime scenes. And then they found the dude and they got his DNA and they're like, oh, we matched you to both of these crime scenes. Like, it's kind of like that. So, but yeah. No, I think so. I think that he thought his career was over. I really do. I think he thought he's like, my career's over. I'm not married anymore. It's like a sad country song. He should have just made a country song out of it instead of killing people. That's what most people do in this town and state. Like he literally was probably thinking, I lost my wife. Don't have a chance of having kids because I don't have my wife. She's with this guy that I'm not. He's smarter than me. He's more good looking than me. He has a better house than me. He could probably spend more time with her than he could have because, he is a surgeon. So got to be there on call for a lot. So, oh, thanks, Ash. 34 years. Geesh. If I'm on here for 34 years, somebody get me off. 34 months with the best group ever. Love y'all. Thanks, Ashley. We love you too. Oh, man, that was kind of funny. 34 years. It probably seems like that. Okay, so I don't think we really need to go through Nipit. No, I think we're good. I'm going to see what else I have up here because I just have some random stuff. So to Rockford to Columbus is 6 hours, 48 minutes. So about 7 hours. Yeah. So that would be about right. 7-hour round trip. Or 14-hour round trip. I mean, he could do it. Why don't he just drive himself over here? From the jail. But they did say that he'll be here by 23rd or 26th. So, but Columbus chief, let me see. What do I have up there? Okay. Let me make me bigger than that. Okay. Is there an Airbnb near there? Who would get an Airbnb near there? If there is an Airbnb near there, I should look. I'll go stay there and just hang out because, shoot, I like Airbnbs. Hey, Maga. Hey, Maga's dog. Does your dog have 2 different color eyes? It looks like it does. It looks like it's cool. It's like me. Just, not 2 different color eyes. 2 different eyes are different. 2, yeah, you know what I mean. Just said 34 years ago. Hey, Amy. I think he's going to plea out. I hope not. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't like the family to ever have to go through that stuff. But either way, I'll be there. If he pleads out, I'll rush up. I'll rush up there. I just need to have like an outfit or something and some tennis shoes and some extra like heels ready so I can just pull up somewhere, run to the courthouse because it's kind of hard to get parking around there. Throw on the shoes and go in. I want to know how he got in. I want to know the real, I want to know the actual exact motive. I want to know what he did when he was inside. I want to know everything. I want to know it all. I do because I'm curious minds because I am so curious at what makes people tick like this. What makes you do it? Did he go after Spencer first? Is that why he, there's 2 bullets, maybe that Spencer, may have taken. So, because there's 3 shell casings. Did he shoot Spencer twice because 1, he hated him, or was it 2 more of, he hated him, but more of just wanting to kill him first? And then maybe he spent more time in there with Monique. Maybe he didn't kill her right away. I mean, I hope it was all fast and it was painless, but if you're going to drive 7 hours to kill your ex-wife, right? Would you have something to say before you did it? I'm thinking about people in their head. I would think he would. I don't know what he would say, but he ruined my life. I don't know. But then maybe the kids would wake up. I don't know. It never had a court appearance, But the one that he had for the malpractice, yeah, he ran from that. He put a wrong address for that. He's been putting wrong addresses all of his life. I mean, ever since he was a teenager and he got caught with the freaking speeding ticket and stuff. He's like, I ain't going to court. They put out a bench warrant for him. And then his lawyer, then I know he had a lawyer involved, but he ended up paying the ticket and he got out of the bench warrant. He didn't have to go to jail, which normally you still have to go to jail even if you pay for the ticket until you go see a magistrate. But he skipped that and that saved him from having that on his record, because having a bench warrant just taken off because you paid your ticket looks a little better than you going to jail because you have a bench warrant. So. You think he just went crazy? Yeah. I think he planned this, though. I think he planned it. I think he bought the gun in Vegas for a reason. I don't think he collects guns or anything else. I'm going to say he doesn't. I wonder how many. You can own as many weapons as you want, I guess. I was wondering if there was a restriction on how many you could own in Chicago. I just don't see a lot of Chicago houses having wall, let's take Rex Heuermann, for instance, having a big safe or, whatever that thing is in his basement that he called a safe with all of his guns in it, his 300 guns, or Alec Murdaugh with his 200 and some guns on his wall. I wonder how many guns he had because they said that they found weapons. Now, it could have been just one gun And then it could have been like a knife, maybe like a K-bar or just a regular knife, you know. They said, because they did say weapons, they didn't really say like guns in particular. But they did say that they thought they had the murder weapon. So we know one gun was at least, you know, taken from his residence. So maybe he had like just random, you know, weapons. I don't know why he would have like throwing knives or stars or whatever, but maybe it was even something like that, like not that, but you know what I mean? Just something that's like can, you know, pack a punch. Or like brass knuckles. I think they're illegal. That would probably be considered a weapon. That's what I'm wondering, Kentucky Lucky, if they had like a restriction on how many handguns you could have. Because I know that they have a lot of gun problems in Chicago. I know, Casey. If that's the case, she probably wanted to die after that. I mean, no, she didn't because she had kids, but you know what I mean? Like he took these kids' parents away. I mean, he's a freaking doctor. I still can't get over that. I mean, you're a surgeon. Like, not anymore. I mean, you know, not right now anyway. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. But it ain't looking good for you, bro. They got you on camera, in the car, taking it back to Rockford. And then you got the weapons on you. I mean, they said they think they have the murder weapon. They ain't going to say that unless they mean it. You left bullet casings there. You didn't even pick up the bullet casings. Why didn't you? Maybe you were scared after it was all said and done and you just got the hell out of there. That's what I'm thinking. You probably didn't know which way they went too, because they don't just like pop out the same place, you know, in a nice little pile for you. So you probably were like, oh, just forget about that. Like leaving the shell casings. I want to see the camera footage. Yeah. They'll let us see all that stuff during the trial too. If he has a preliminary hearing, like where they have like that week long, kind of like they were going to do with Brian Koberger, but then he did some stuff that we're just not going to talk about Brian because I hate him. But that would be nice if he had a preliminary, because that's kind of like having a mini trial in the beginning. But I want to see the camera footage. I want to know why. I want to know how. I want to know when. Was it at 3:00 that he entered, or was it at 3:50? You know, and the murders happened at 3:52. Like, and if it did go in her side, he could have, this is just me speculating, but if it did go in her side, she could have woken up to this freaking monster at the end of their bed. And maybe he shot Spencer and she jumps out of the bed, being the mama bear, you know, and she maybe just goes running for her kids and he shoots her and then goes into her side. But it's just really sad. I mean, I just hope it was fast and it was, you know. So the kids are with a few different family members. They've been kind of going, I think, back and forth, but they were with the brother-in-law and the sister. But I'm not sure if that's where they still are. I kind of feel like they may take them, but I'm not really sure. And the way he like lit up and like almost like had tears in his eyes at the same time about talking about how they look like both of their parents, you know that they have their parents' mannerisms, and they're all probably just like seeing that as well, you know, the kids, and trying not to like get emotional from seeing that. So yeah, I want to know how long he was with them. Yeah, I want to know everything. So I will be there in court. I may just like, if I go up for a number of days, I may stay up there. So I may have to like try to like get a hotel or something, because I don't want to drive back and forth. That's like so much money and so much like wear and tear like on my body and everything. So He's still over there. He's still over there. They said that he might not be able to come until like Monday or so. Yeah, he was arrested, by the ATF at Chick-fil-A. Yeah, we said that earlier in the live. Yeah. They could be Peru's. Maybe there's a Peru there for him, Ashley. Maybe a Peru. I would ask. Say, I heard BK got a Peru. Can I get one? Oh, have a good night, Maga Mama. Gotta get my kid in bed. Casey's like, go get the kids in bed. Tell her it's time. Me too, Barbie. I do too. They're going to, and either way, they're going to be with family. Those kids will never be put into the system. They will never allow that. They will, I know you can tell that is the family and the friends that they have. And those kids will be taken care of. I bet you they have, people will come from years and years and years from now. Like, that's just how Ohioans are. We are good people when we need to be good peoples, right? And if we love you, we'll be there to kids' graduation if you can't make it. Someone will be there cheering them on, So I hope that I just hope the internet's nice out there. I hope everyone's being nice and not doing anything crazy, because this case is like this case has kids. There's kids involved, right? There's kids. Man, this reminds me. I don't know why it keeps reminding me of the Mamta bat case. Even though it's different, just the kid part, when they were taking Mamta's daughter out of the house because her body was in there, and they had that yellow blanket like over her head. And now she's always going to be remembered as that little girl with the yellow blanket, being walked out with, like, carried out by police. And I just think about those kids like that. So I was wondering, I don't know why they haven't said much. They haven't said anything. I'm wondering why they haven't said a word. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they were at the wedding or something. They feel guilty. But there's nothing to feel guilty about. I think that she loved him at one point. They looked like they were in love, you know what I mean? Like, we saw the little videos of them and stuff, the pictures. I think that he turned into something that she was very incompatible with. Now, maybe that was him, just being abusive. And she didn't want to put that on there because maybe it's because he's going to medical school. Maybe she was trying to help him like that. Like, maybe she was just, you don't want domestic violence on your record, like, let's just end this amicably. You can't take the house. I'll go, I don't know, Miss Bree. I'm not sure who did. That's a good question, though. I could always go look. I didn't play it on here because I think the music might be copywritten, but I'm not sure. But now I want to ask him if he'll do pictures for me. He does good work. And thank you guys all for being here. I will be back up there tomorrow morning. I'm not sure if I'll stop by. Maybe I'll make like a post or something and be like, because I don't know what you guys want me to take any pictures. If you guys want me to take any pictures or video of anything in particular, I do want to upload the videos I did take. I did take a video of me, like walking the area and stuff like that. I need to upload that in just like the video form instead of the live. That way people can see that. I feel like a lot of people have missed a lot of the, being there on scene because I put it in my lives and I haven't been putting it out in just regular video form. So I need to do that. Maybe I'll do that over this weekend too, since it's really not Friday tonight. It's Thursday. I keep thinking it's Friday. I don't know. I'm assuming, I don't know. I don't actually want to assume that because I don't know if they got buried or cremated. It's a good question. I'm not sure. 9 more likes to 100. Look at that. I bet 9 of y'all could just hit that like right now. And that would just be so nice for me and for you and for everybody. I appreciate you guys being here. And if I'm talking funny, if I have been talking funny for the last couple of weeks and you're like, why is Tanya talking funny? It's because I have this damn retainer in and I have to wear it for like 4 months. So get used to this. I feel like I have like a what is it? Like a lisp or something. But it could be cute. I think lisps are cute. But I'm going to jump off of here. I did an hour and a half with you guys. We did good. We did good. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I'm here every single evening or daytime. We do a live every day. So basically, if you are into this case or any of the true crime cases that are out there, we cover them all. We cover everything that's comes out that's new. So everything that's come out in this case, we have covered it so far that's new or old or whenever. So if you want to check out my playlist, if I missed anything, let me know in the comments. I will make sure that I will do a video and make sure I get it all out there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. And I will see you guys all tomorrow sometime. Have a wonderful evening. Bye, guys.
Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music to the wind.